Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. We're continuing with our blind playthrough of Blueprints. Today, here we go into day 71, which feels like a big number. And of course, we are coming in today after a truly huge day yesterday. A truly huge day yesterday where so much happened. So many things I had been trying to do for so long, as well as so many things that just came out of kind of nowhere, like that were unexpected. It was amazing. I truly hope it was kind of as big a day for you as it was for me. It was a big day. I'm just taking a look at these flowers. You know how I've said often, sometimes you come into a room or, a particular day, a spot, and even though you've looked at something 100 times, all of a sudden I just find my eyes are focusing on a different, even a tiny little different aspect of something that it hasn't before. Right now, I'm just really thinking about how actually, when you do this, it becomes really apparent. You've got this pink bouquet in the middle with, which I think maybe is kind of mainly where the green flowers are coming from. But anyway, then on top of that, you've got this sort of layer of the, I don't know, the white and the purple and the yellow, the more kind of, they're not sunflowers, I don't know, gerberas. I don't know. I always forget a lot of flower names. Anyway, it's very, very pretty actually. So big day yesterday. Check it out. So one of the things that happened yesterday, not even close to one of the big things from yesterday. However, I do have, as I have often of late, the key card, which is great. That little bit rhymed. I mean, it did rhyme. Just not really in a nice. You know what I mean. And I have 2 items because we finished yesterday with the moon pendant. So silver, sleeping mask is great. Silver spoon, phenomenal. That's excellent for steps today. 2 great. The proverbial silver spoon. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. This is excellent. Excellent for steps today. We still have our berry picker blessing. It is such a pretty, a pretty little blessing. I love these blessing, the whole sort of image here of the blessing, not just the text, the design of kind of the card here, and then the little image. I really like it. Anyway, the reason we have the silver spoon is because one of the things, and again, not even the most exciting thing, one of the things we did yesterday is buy out the showroom. So I've effectively earned that trophy. I have earned that trophy as far as I'm concerned. However, I don't actually technically have that trophy yet because the showroom, funny showroom joke. I was just checking I was saying the right name because I've mixed up showroom and gallery before. The showroom, in a very showroom style joke, has decided I have to pay 100 coins, I think, to release my trophy from its case. Now I'm hoping that means it's there. Let's make a wish. We're still trying to rebuild up our stars again. I'm hoping that means it's there, and obviously I'm keen to make enough money to buy my trophy. But that, as I said, that was not even the most exciting thing of yesterday, probably not even really close, because yesterday we finally achieved getting let's say the 8th door in Mechanarium open in an absolute an exciting skin of my teeth, edge of your seat roller coaster. We just managed to scrape in there with the final space, the final drafting space, with the final maybe not even a handful of redrafting possibilities. Incredible, and it all worked out. So I got the final Inner Sanctum key, as well as some other goodies, update disc, you know, some other things. And now I have all 8 Inner Sanctum doors open. It is triumphant. It is triumphant for me to be here. Like, I knew I would get here one day, like with just dogged determination, you know? I knew I was not going to give up until I got here, but it feels good. And I tell you what else felt good about it is that when I closed the game, you know, I've got Steam in front of me and it told me that I think it was like 9.3% of players get this achievement. And I, you know, that's not so unusual because all the percentages for these, you know, I'm not like a huge like achievement type person, trophy type person in a lot of games. I've said this before, and I know just from like seeing them in other games that even things that are not even hugely far into the game will still have small percentages attached to them because, well, to be honest, I don't really know why. I guess a lot of people get games and just, you know, like a huge percentage of people get games, only play a little bit of them, etc. So it, you know, but nevertheless, with that caveat, just let me say, I still felt really proud. Because I'm sure a lot of people don't make it this far in this game. And it's a big one. I don't even know at this stage really what it will mean. I did think I could waltz into room 46 and something would happen, and that's not the case. Nevertheless. Okay, all right. So again, all 3 rooms are of interest to me here. Shelter lets us get started. So, solved the mechanarium thing. That's crossed off the list. Huge. But one of my other big goals at this stage is still using experiments to remove crates from the tunnel. And I've done that so much so that yesterday I was surprisingly able to pick up a rusted key, file cabinet key, that led me to a file cabinet. I knew exactly where it would go in the miner, like the foreman's room, and we got a whole new code, basically, like a kind of a coder for understanding puzzles in this game. Very exciting. I'm very excited to play around with it a little bit more. Anyway, so I still have a blessing that I'm enjoying, and I don't really have a reason for changing it right now, so I'm not going to do shrine. Trading post is a good room in general, same as this. It's a good room with a good ability in general. I'm mildly interested in whether I get the money from trading post. Shelter lets me start experiments straight away. So they're both good. Yeah, trading post can be really powerful. I really feel quite 50-50 on this one, honestly. I'm going to go trading post. I don't know. I just think let's play around with trading post. Let's finally answer for ourselves. Yes, I don't get this money. Cool. I knew I wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't be here. You know, I 95% knew it wouldn't be here. It just would have been nice because I so often I have massive money making opportunities at the end of the day when there's zero possibility for me to either spend the money or even, you know, draft the freezer. It's just often been the case that I get to things like this that at the end of the day and then the money is lost. It can't be helped. I'm just taking another look at this since I've got it here to see if anything here kind of not jogs my memory, but just strikes me as... No, not really. Okay, cool. But we got trading post here for trading, which can sometimes be really good. Actually, trading post probably would have been a nice thing to have around when I was going for the mechanarium, because it is, as I've learned, it can be quite a good way to get read or die. All right. Now, because I haven't gone with the shelter I am really, one of the things I'm really interested in doing today is trying to get access to a terminal so I can get experiments going. I am very, very keen. 3 good starting rooms. Once again, I'm pretty torn because they're all good. They're all good. Let's go parlor, honestly. Let's go parlor. I just want to get a few gems under my belt. Item. The key. Great. Hello, granduncle. Hello. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. It's honestly been life-changing. You're great. Very supportive family member. The blue box is true. You will open... Oh, you will open this box and find it empty. Hello, box. Kind of speaking to me in a more direct way than I was anticipating. Interesting. That is so interesting because you would think that this means the same thing as this box is empty. But it's kind of an interesting angle to this box that it says you will open this box and find it empty, because it's actually its statement that is either true or false is related both to the fact that it will be found empty, but specifically that I will open this box. So whether it's actually empty of gems or not is kind of only one part of the puzzle, because even if it is empty, does it still remain false if I do not open it? You know what I mean? Interesting. Okay. One of the other 2 boxes is false. That's... wow. All right, let's just do our thing and see how we go. The blue box is true. Let's say the blue box is... let's say this statement is true, and therefore the blue box is true. One of the other 2 boxes is false. Well, it would have to be, if this is true, it would have to be this one. And if this is true, I will open this box. Sorry, if this is false. No, I won't open this box and find it empty. Like, it doesn't mean... Or does it mean you will... If it's false, I will open this box and find that it is not empty. Like, is that the main interpretation here? If I imagine that is the interpretation, then this works out. I will open it and the gems will be in here. So this could be the answer. However, let me reconsider. Let's say this one is false. This statement is false, meaning the blue box is also false, meaning one of the other 2 boxes is not false, which could mean, which just conceptually could mean that both of the other boxes are false, except it can't mean that because these 2 are false, meaning this one has to be true. So the other interpretation of this one being false is that none of the other 2 boxes are false, but this one is already false. So that doesn't work. So that just doesn't work. I guess this is the one with the gems. This one is tricky. Thank God. We got it. That one was tricky. I was a little unsure myself because of the different ways of thinking about that, but yeah, that seemed true. All right. All right, so here, let me explain. This was going on in the back of my mind, but I wasn't voicing it. I have said recently, I think it might be a good idea to actually early on in the game, like quite early, pop up to Foundation, because then we are initiating being on rank 8, which will trigger getting the dinner when we get the dining room, which will also trigger getting the chess abilities, which would mean, say if I choose rook, it means I can make use of all of these corners. So I am going to do that. What I just wanted to do was draft, you know, kind of, I suppose, some initial rooms here, hopefully to pick up some gems and keys, ideally. And then pop up. Den is quite good for this spot, but actually I'm going to go commissary, although I lose a gem. Because commissary, yeah, let's find out what commissary's got for us today. Hey, it's the shovel that I've ordered. I actually think going back to ordering, like doing a special order for shovel is a good idea. I haven't been doing that for a really long time because it sort of stopped being centrally necessary, really, and I was actually quite excited to see what diverse things were available in commissary and just kind of play with that. But I'm happy. I've had so many days where I couldn't find shovel. I'm now quite happy to sort of make it a bit more certain to find shovel here. So this is wonderful. Shovel, yep, we'll take it. Sledgehammer, we'll take it. Great. You know what? Compass, it's sure supposedly helps. And salt shed. We've already got so many things that are great for food. We're just gonna like extra charge up our food power today, the power of eating. Cool. All right, I'm gonna leave that one there then, and let's draw from here. Hey, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this and just drink in my pride. And let's imagine that buying out the entire showroom is actually like has a little, let's say a little dotted line check, you know, because basically I have done it. What I am of course terrified of is that I need to do it again to get the option to buy the trophy, and that could happen. And you probably already know, watching this, what the answer to that is. It could happen. It could happen. It could be the case. And if it is, I'll do a little internal scream, but I will accept it, and I will go, thank you, game, for teaching me. Thank you, game, for giving me knowledge. And I will work with that, and we'll move on. What I'm hoping, though, is that the case with the trophy is simply there now for me to buy it. Okay. But aside from that, yeah, completing the Mount Holly directory, I expect, would probably be the next possible trophy for me. Unless I really take seriously, and I would like to do this, I just haven't turned my mind to it yet. I would love to attempt the drafting strategy sweepstakes. I just think it's going to be really hard. So it's not been a priority for the time being, but I would very much like to do it. Hang on. I'm going to draft here as well. I forgot. Oh, perfect. I know this will take up a gem, but lab. Yes. Great. So we can get our experiments started. Check items. Hello, lab. I wish I could do some science in here. Okay. Well, we'll do some computer science. Experiment set up. Oh, I was holding my breath. We can't do the crates today. Okay. No worries. In that case, what can we do that would be really useful? Definitely gaining stars, because that's another thing I really want to, make the most of when I can, and this is a nice easy way to do it. So all of these are good in their own way, but limited. This, I assume, only means the first time you access a different terminal. Like, I don't think I can access, lab terminal and then go to security terminal and then come back to lab terminal and get something. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Obviously, this means we get it immediately, but it's just once. And this one, I've explained at length before, like how this is really powerful and really good, but also trouble. Maybe on a day where I have the silver spoon, the sleeping mask, and the salt shaker, it's not a bad combo. I mean, I am sitting here thinking about it right now. Could I take on this challenge? I did say before I was interested in trying it. Just trying to... Am I interested in trying it today? You know what? Let's do it. Let's try. Let's see how well I do today at not messing this one up. So ultimately, throughout the day, we'll aim to max out the 10 times we can use here. So ultimately building up enough for 100 steps overall throughout the day. But I'm mostly going to try not looking at my map in any way. Oh God, I'm already preparing for disaster. Not looking at my map in any way. And I'm gonna keep track of the house here. On my little piece of paper. I'm drawing, I haven't done this in a long time. Draw up a, this is how I was taking notes way at the beginning of the game, drawing up the, the ranks and marking down the rooms I was putting in places, or at least details about the rooms. Yeah, I was marking down every room I put everywhere at that stage before I sort of solved the picture puzzle and went, that's how that works. But yeah, let's give it a go. And what it's also going to mean is that I have to keep track of my items as well, because I'm not going to be able to look at what it's going to mean. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to look at my items, but I was also just trailing off because I was thinking I'm also not even going to be able to look at like my directory, right? My room directory. So I'm kind of just going to have to remember remember that. Okay, let's do it. To be honest, I have photos of the room directory on my phone, so that's, I'm just going to try and let's start. Let's do this. This is going to be a big Rebecca challenge, but it could gain us 10 stars, which is great, on top of the other star that we've gotten from the fountain, and also hopefully drafting observatory. So we may end up with a 12-star gain today. That could be really cool. Oh boy. Okay. What is the other thing to do? The other thing to do is, I just want to take a look at this. 1112 102 302 204 successful triggered experiments. I'm talking about 223 049. Look at that leap there. And that was stars, interestingly. 0610 when we started on crates. 735 110 4. Yeah. That's my interesting, dramatic, extreme history with experiments. Cool. So let's log into the network. We may as well. Again, I could choose shelter here so we get to open all of the doors. However, I'm going to do security just to try and deal with security doors. For the most part. Nothing in the inventory. Okay, keycard system. You know the drill, keycard system. Today we're going high. Oh, no. We're good with that one. Down, offline, unlocked, confirm. Return to the main menu. Cool, and we're good. We're good, I think. All right, now, why didn't I do this before I before I clicked to do this experiment? Oh God, I already feel like this is going to go badly. So I'm just going to start my, all right, we have entrance hall, we have lab, and I have to note where the exits are. Above entrance hall, I have commissary with the exit to the west, and then east from entrance hall, I have parlor with the exit going north. All right, so far so good. Antechamber and foundation. Cool. All right, so I have a complete map here. In terms of items, I have sleeping mask. And the thing is, this is actually really important to note down because we have trading posts today. So keeping, note of items really actually important. We have silver spoon. We have key card. I also have shovel because I bought it. We have sledge, hammer, and salt shaker. Great. Okay. No map. No map. I'm not sure if I can do it because it is so deeply ingrained in my fingers. This may be a massive failed experiment and a short day as a result. All right. So I'm already nervously trying to hold my fingers away from the triggers. Oh God. Let's see how we go. All right, let's head to foundation. Unfortunately, no crates removed today. But again in stars is a really good thing because not only are stars really useful every single day, but stars, as I have learned, are very, very powerful when you're able to, have over 50 of them and use them for redrafting. So, yeah, that could be something super, super useful at some point. I think while we're here, let's open North Lever and get our gem. Since I've refilled this, yep, that is at the correct level. Great. And I did double check for myself through using the pump room. Does that remain open? Yeah. Oh man, that was such a cool reveal. I did double check for myself what the final trunk was in the reservoir. Yeah, I don't know how I missed. I don't know how I missed that. I had already opened it. It was just sort of I don't know, how do you say it? What's the phrase? I originally was so sure I had already opened all of the trunks down there, but then I kind of second guessed for myself, and I even went back to the videos to check, but it's not as if I can sit there for if I even identify the relevant videos, I can't sit there for 3 hours or however long it is. That could be 5 or 6 hours worth of video because these are sometimes long episodes, right? I can't sit there and watch them in full, so I have to just sort of quickly skim through them and see if I can find the relevant parts when I'm reviewing them, right? Oh, this is an absolutely crazy realization to have. I just got a star for doing that. Do I gain a star every time I unlock a safe? Or is it just this one? Things I have not noticed before. Huh. Wild. I wonder if this is where we could get to by removing the crates. Because to me, like, the way we come around from that red door into here kind of feels to me like it's pointed in the right direction. I don't know, maybe there's a passage that can lead you in here. That's sort of what I'm thinking, maybe. Simon walks slowly here. What was in this one again? Oh yeah, yep. The flood information. The water level information. Okay, so that's our extra gem, which is good because it's not a very high level of gems yet. And let's... We are booking it. Let's go and take a look at our inner sanctum, our fully open inner sanctum now. Let's look at all of the doors open at once. Look at that! Amazing. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. As is this, always. Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, all 8 doors. I'm so chuffed. I'm so chuffed. So north lever is open, but we have to, you know, as always, we need to find some other levers to get into antechamber. And yeah, I don't know. I suppose my next idea with room 46 is getting there for a sacred hour. But it's so hard. It's honestly so hard to think about. And maybe ultimately it would require, I don't know, like either a real, you know, like strategy and just going through it very fast, like just being ready to try and go through the day really fast, or the chronograph. Is it the chronograph? Yeah, maybe that's the, you know, at the moment that's kind of what I'm figuring. Maybe that's the real beauty of that item. But I do not have it. And in fact, what I do have is the master key in the cloakroom, which is great because it's the most expensive item. It's sort of ultimately the hardest to buy. Maybe in the long run I could imagine it could be that it's sort of ultimately God, I was going to look at my map right then. I was going to look at it. No, Rebecca, we're not looking at the map today. Everybody, let's make this like a pantomime. Like every time you think I'm about to look at the map, like everyone scream in unison, like, no, Rebecca, don't look at the map. And somehow I'll hear you through time and space. There we go. Excellent. All right. Now, the most useful thing here, I think, getting this early in the day is Rook, because I'm able to make use, hopefully, of all 4 corners and the redrafting possibilities there, especially for getting things like conservatory. I would really like to get armory again, especially because I want to get the axe and I want to axe the cloister cost. So there's that too. This chapel related one could be good for getting the money I need to get my showroom trophy, but I think given what I've tried today, I'm gonna go Rook. Cool. And yeah, let's try to use this on all 4 corners if we can. I kind of think again, and we'll see how we go, unless I get stuck, I would like to try for getting the jackhammer again. I'd just like to do more digging with the jackhammer, because so many interesting things, like not just, like so many good items come from digging with the jackhammer. Gems, redraw die, like the good stuff. But in addition to that, so many super interesting, unique items have also come from digging. And I've done a lot of digging with the regular shovel, but I wonder if some of those interesting, unique items come from the jackhammer. I've been trying it every now and again in places that seem particularly interesting, But I'm also imagining it could come from just general digging, like just, you know, getting lucky with a particular sort of, you know, digging attempt with the jackhammer. So I'm going to kind of hold out for that and just try. If I get stuck with keys, which by the way I have 0 keys right now, then we'll reevaluate. These could all be locked doors. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And I do have the master key, but I've got to draft cloakroom before I can get it. It's also locked. This absolutely could be the case, but that's okay. At least we can go back. We can go back. Yep. Understood. Well, look, despite what I just said, I'm going to dig here because these are dig spots I have access to right now. Check that out. Look at me attack that turnip with my spoon and my salt. Cool. Ace. That's so good. That's so good. I'm going to do this now just because it would be good to get, you know, a key if I could, as I have 0 keys. Coins. Okay. No, that's fine. I can live with that. So let's go back. It's done now. Really, this is all I needed to try. I didn't need to really be starting my day from up here. But we've come here to trigger at least 2 important things. Oh, that thing happened again. The visual suddenly shifting. Okay. All right. With my finger only on the trigger to run and not others, let us head back to entrance hall. In fact, just one sec. What I'm gonna do for myself is make sure I mark on my handwritten map today that those are locked doors. I just have to kind of constantly be vigilant with marking down what I'm doing and what I'm getting. I do also have the option to go straight to Trading Post right now and trade something, but I do like all of the items that I currently have. And building up steps, yeah, like we've got a very good day for building up steps. Okay, where shall I start drafting from? These two basically draft into the same spot anyway. None of them immediately go into the corners. I think I just go, I'll start with my first room here. Okay, let's draft. Now here is the other test. While I'm drafting, I must not hit the trigger to look at the map. So this is the other challenge, is while I'm drafting, I have to carefully think about what the orientation of these rooms is going to be on the ground. All right. At the moment, this is simple because we're pointed north. So it would be good. It's ideal to go north or east. So these two will take me north and this one will take me east. Maybe, although it uses a gem, I'm thinking observatory at the start of the day could be good, especially if it's like gives me gems, give me keys or something like that. So I'm going to do this. Okay. I've really only once or maybe twice found the treasure map in this room, but I look for it every time. Oh, I just bought a bunch of stuff in the commissary. But this, I immediately thought, my trophy! But then I remembered this doesn't apply to the showroom. Okay. Alright, it's a sale day though. That could be really useful. That could be cool. Especially if I am possibly going to be able to, you know, try and save up for the trophy. But I'm nowhere near right now. Okay, alright. So none of these options... that's a shame. None of these options will get me into the bottom, you know, like the rank 1 east corner. Damn it. And I set myself up for this. a shame. I could try picking a wild berry. So none of these are also likely to give me keys either. That's the other thing. Picking a wild berry is it's just totally random. It's just totally random. It could easily be a corner room that takes me south into the corner, but then doesn't allow me to go any further. And it could just as easily be a dead end, or yeah, something that goes, forward, meaning eastward. Yeah, so, look, I think it's just best to give up that corner. So I might, like, this would cost a gem, which takes me back down to 2 gems. In theory, I like the idea of getting all the drafting possibilities from Classroom, but I think I'm actually going to do Parlor again, just because I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I could build up my gems. Okay. Interesting view today. Have I got this one? Have I got this one? I think I have. I think I have like all of the lower ranks, really. No, this spot I actually don't have marked down. So here we go. That's really interesting. Okay, so I'm marking down all of the spaces in the house where I have so far drafted Parlor. Most of them are within ranks 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then some of the spaces mainly in the center of the house, in the higher ranks, but not that many. I mainly drafted early in the day. This one is an interesting one to confirm because there's no symmetry to this on the east and the west sides of the house, and nothing is like, how can I say, like, all right, hang on, let me put this another way. So far on the lower ranks, this Mount Holly symbol in the fireplace, hopefully you've been able to see it by now, or at least look on the Discord where I've posted a photo of it if you can't see in the video. But it's clear as day to me. This symbol, so far in the lower ranks, actually everywhere, has only appeared in the edge rooms. The rooms on the, either in rank 1, so the south side of the mansion, or in the east wing or the west wing. Those are the only places so far it has appeared. However, it is not always in these edge rooms, because in rank 3 and rank 4, in both the west and the east wing, it does not appear. So that's what I was trying to get at. It's not a consistent rule, but there is a pattern. There is a pattern to this. So it's not even, it's not even every space in rank 1, because the space to the east of the entrance hall does not appear there. It does so if you see them as from west to east, column A, B, C, D, E, it appears in column A, B, then entrance hall with C, and E, but not D. And only in rank 2 in the east and west wing. But then most confusingly of all, is that it sometimes appears in rank 3 in the east wing, and sometimes it does not. And I have checked and checked, and this is true so far. Again, this could be a glitch. It could actually mean that it should be more consistent. It could be a glitch. It could have been changed in an update, right? For all I know. I don't know. I don't know if I have any way of knowing that. I'm just considering it as a possibility because it's so weird that it's otherwise like so consistent. Where this thing appears is so consistent everywhere in my map so far, except that one space. So yeah, maybe that is related to a glitch. I'm keeping that in mind. But nevertheless, I still don't know what to do here. I am just noting it. I'm just making sure I note it every time I have an opportunity. Okay. Only one box displays a true statement. Well, if this is true, then these two are false. The gems are in the white box, so let's imagine it's false. The gems are in the black box, let's imagine it's false. Then the gems are in here. If this one is true, then the gems are in here. Okay. If this one is false, then one of these is true. Which could mean this is true and the gems are in the white box. Or it could mean this is true and the gems are in the black box. Given that this as a false statement results in no confirmation about where the gems are, maybe the way this is meant to be taken is that you only get a confirmation of where the gems are if you imagine this one is true. So maybe that's the answer. This one is true. It is the only true statement. The gems are not in the white box. They're not in the black box. They are in the blue box. All right. I forgot to pick up the thing because I already did it in the other room. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. And it's my second parlor. If it doesn't, it does work out. It does work out. It does work out. Great. Okay, good. That's what I wanted this room again for. Cool. Rebecca, don't press that trigger. I'm saying it out loud. You know the way that maybe many of you know, like kind of the whole thing with Japanese train drivers, like they wear these lovely uniforms and have these lovely white gloves, and everything that they're sort of doing related to the operation of the trains, you know, they do these wonderful gestures like pointing at what they're trying to focus on and stuff, and all of that is to help them make sure they are specifically focusing on the action they're meant to be performing and what they're meant to be noticing. I'm sort of doing that, like gesturing and talking out loud to remind myself of what I must not do, and I must not bring this map up. I'm attempting to do that anyway. Okay, anyway, let me get back to my map again because I have to remember to keep this updated. So observatory went there, and then another parlor here leading us up. So here we're now heading north up the east wing. The other thing is I have to talk you through this kind of as well, because you can't look at the map either. So I'm trying to like make this clear for all of us. This is a real kind of pantomime-y, talky day in a sense, more than usual. So we're heading north up the east wing. I want kitchen and I want workshop. Kitchen is great because I would like to, especially for making mistakes, I would like to have as many steps as possible today. And of course, we can make excellent use of the steps with our tools. Maybe given that, I'm going to go kitchen, because I think it's an exciting premise to think about how many steps I can get from doing this, you know, to make the best use of the tools I have at my disposal today. Oh, hello, Pixie! My little fluffy guy, my little fluffy kitty meowing in the background. Not sure if you can hear. And we all, oh my god, it's so good today. We have the sale, so everything is 50% cheaper. And I have the silver spoon, and I have the salt shaker. Oh my god, this is excellent. So look at this. Look at how many steps we're gonna get from this club sandwich that only costs 4 coins. 30 freaking 2 steps right there. I mean, I'm almost at the point where I actually can start just bringing up the map like crazy, right? No, I'm definitely not, but Now, hang on a sec. So bananas are 1 coin. Ah, no. I was thinking, am I at the point where I could get bananas for free? But no, that would be if I had the coupon book as well. Then we would have free bananas with, what, 6 with 7 steps, I think? Free bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 7, is that 35? We would get 35 steps for free from these bananas if I had the coupon. I'm kind of tempted to do that, to be honest. And tomato soup is not any good right now until we get red rooms. And if we do get the dining room, which we've already triggered, then we'll get the 20 steps, and if we have an aquarium, we'll get more. All right, I'm going to note that. I'm going to hang out a little bit. For the possibility of the coupon book, because I'm just tickled with the idea of being able to get free bananas and so many steps from them. So here we're heading westward on rank 3. I would like from here. Okay. So with these rooms, it's great to have. All right. Ordinarily, it's great to have rooms that have 3 doors. However, all of these doors on the left-hand side would be useless because they're heading south where we already have observatory drafted. I don't need to worry about the whole mechanarium thing anymore, so that's good. At least, you know, unless I think of something else. So maybe break room just makes more sense, so we can save more of our 3 exit rooms for later. Break room at least is heading us, like we'll head north from here. Let's do it. Yay, break room. And I always love having the option of break room because of the whole, you know, incredible access to keycard. Got some money. Nice. No redraw. I always look here now. No redraw die. Every now and again when I look at this, I'm like, is this an arrow pointing me to this button? I'm sure I've done this before. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. Okay. I still wonder if... to be honest, I haven't been keeping track of this, but I am solving tons of billiard rooms, like every day. Sometimes multiple per day. I'm going to make a note for myself to actually work this out offline, to go back through recent episodes. But we only get 1 point per consecutive dartboard solved during breaks. 1 point. And the each week point totals reset and the weekly leader gets an extended lunch. I mean, to me, it seems like I'm just, all right, if this, it might not matter to me. It might just be like, this is just, you know, showing the fun that the staff are having in the break room. It's just part of the world building, right? But if this does mean anything for me, surely I just automatically win even if I have like 1 point, right? I'm not competing with anybody. I don't know. All right, let's not worry about it for now. I'm gonna just see out of interest like what I'm doing. Okay, offline. Check billiard score. Maybe just a point of curiosity. Okay. Speaking of points, 11 plus 3, 14, plus 2, 16, minus 1, 15. Hang on, what have I done? What? Hang on, did I just do wrong super basic maths? 11. Am I missing a symbol here? No, this is, oh, but God, what am I doing? Why? Why has this happened to my brain recently? It's honestly like the last few days, which admittedly for you guys is probably quite a lot of episodes, but for me they're just, you know, there are often days that I'm doing, and I might even record several on the one day, right? For the last handful of days, I've so often just started mixing up, you know, multiplication and subtraction colors in my head. And now that it's started, it's like planted in there. Anyway, oh. The music has gone quiet again. This always weirds me out. Could it be sacred hour right now? I'm finding myself interested in answering this question. I know I'm using steps, but oh god, I'm using a lot of steps to do this. But like, look, this is part of puzzle solving for me. No. So we could imagine that perhaps it was 3:15 that the music went off, which I don't think, other times when I've paid attention to when the music has gone off suddenly like that, I don't think it's been anywhere near this time. Alright. Okay, really need those bananas now. I know this is like wasting steps in a sense, but it's also something I want to consider. Could be a puzzle. You know, could be important knowledge, so I wanted to take the opportunity. And you, what's the deal with you? Why are you like this? Why are you not at 0? Okay, back we go. So, 11 plus 3, 14, plus 2, 16, times 1, so it's actually 16. Okay, what are we doing first? Minus 10, multiplied by 2, minus 20, plus 20, back to 0, plus 1, 1. Ah, okay. So this must be 20 inverted 2. 2 times 2, 4? Cool. Keys, finally. All right, that's good. That's actually really good. Thank you, Billiard Room. Thank you. All right, so now we are heading north again in column D, so by which I mean, you know, West Wing is column A, column B, column C is the central one. C for central, and then D and E. Okay. Well, here Boiler Room would actually be really useful. Here we'll get to use all of the spots. It does use a gem, but let's do it. Oh, I can hear Pixie in the other room. He has a really good view of birds in her new apartment. They get attracted to the balcony, which he can easily look out of, and so I can hear him doing like little cat kick 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 kind of noises at the birds. It's so cute. All right, no dig spots. Cool. I don't really need to. I don't think I have any real reason at the moment, and I'm not saying there isn't more reason to do it, but I don't have any current objectives that are that seem to be enhanced through using the power in the boiler room. Except little things, like I would like to thaw the freezer again enough to be able to use the magnifying glass on Herbert's letter that we find in there. And I do feel like something can be done with the servers that are in the cooler there. Well, it's not the cooler, is it? Like whatever that back room is. But I don't know what to do. So yeah. So I don't know, I don't have a firm objective. Nevertheless, let's turn it on anyway. Because maybe we can do the freezer again today. Activate. There we go. That is not, I need to go either left or right. Let me note this on the map. Boil. East and west. So let's head east from here. Which requires flipping this. Oh, you want to use one of my keys? I only have 2 keys right now. And I might need them. Whatever, let's use one. Okay. Passageway would use up 2 gems and leave me with only 2 gems, and on top of that we would be wasting one of the sides of passageway. It's not terrible, but it's not ideal. Corridor would simply be a dead end because it's heading from west to east basically, and archives is without having shelter today, archives is terrifying. So this is not a good selection, I have to say. It's not a good selection. Sorry, we're wasting 2 of the exits from passageway, is what I mean. It's really not a good selection. I wonder if it's worth experimenting with pick a berry here. Maybe. I know that's... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Let's just see what we get. Oh, hey! No! I got an answer to my question! My trophy! Alright. Well, I said, didn't I? I said if this were to happen, I'm going to take a moment to become zen with this situation. Hello, Pixie. Hey, Baba. Hey. You been checking out the birdies? Yeah, you've been looking at birdies, Baba. Hey, you having fun? Okay, I'm looking at Pixie, my beloved little fluffy faced kitty. I'm feeling zen about this. It's fine. But what we have done is we have learned once again about how harsh showroom is. Showroom, don't participate in sales. Showroom, don't let me keep any of these objects the next day. Showroom requires me to buy out the entire showroom and also have an extra $100, and I'll double check. I think it's 100, but maybe it's $110, $110, I think, in order to buy the trophy I earned. So I understand now. Actually, to buy out to get this showroom trophy, man, I thought I had it. To get this showroom trophy, I had a small hope that maybe it just appears here. To get this showroom, what happens if I buy another silver spoon? What happens if I have 2? Probably nothing, I just have 2. Or would I get double the effect from silver spoon? Would I get 4 times as many steps from food? I wonder. I can't buy it anyway right now, but that's curious. Chronograph, you may be an object. I've always, as soon as we saw this, we were right. Like you have to go, holy shit! Like what the hell? This is the most amazing object in the game. Absolutely, it's incredible. If I were a kid, I would die for this object. You know. I mean, if it actually worked and, like in real life, I would also possibly, not die, but do something fairly extreme for this project, for this item. However, I haven't had an immediate need for it because I haven't known what to do with this power. I only have theories currently about what this might be useful for, which is trying to, at the moment my major one is trying to reach room 46 by 1:30, which I'm most certainly not doing today. We have breezed past it. We might make the second 1:30 and maybe that counts, but Alright, so even just if it's like this, if we don't get Master Key, and maybe Master Key doesn't appear anymore because I have Master Key in the cloakroom. That's another interesting thing to think about. But even if it were like this, then I already have to have, like 160, 170 coins, and then probably another 110 in order to buy out this freaking showroom. If I turn my mind to it and then get lucky, sure, I think it's possible, but it's not easy. It's not easy. Treasure Trove could help me get there. If I have a day with like Treasure Trove, using the chess piece, to get money from Chapel, which doesn't have a pig in it anymore, all of that. Possibly even Casino, possibly like money from or there's all kinds of money making things in this game. It's possible I can do it. I'd like I will enjoy the challenge of it, but it's not going to be easy. It's not. I don't easily come across that amount of money. Okay. Ooh, indoor nursery. Okay. I really want to see my new room, my upgraded room. I really want to see my upgraded room, however it will be a dead end. But it does have a powerful gem ability. Security is excellent in this spot for the exits. We'll be able to go north and south from here. Nook, of course, gives me more keys, which I desperately need. I know it's kind of basic, but to be honest, I'm in real possible trouble without keys. I'm gonna go for Nook here. Okay, and at least now we can draft into the space south, which is sort of above entrance hall and the commissary. So there's a space in between, I mean. Alright, give me these keys. Give me these keys. I don't have many other options right now. Oh! I think this is the first time there's ever been a trunk. Oh, so good. This is the first time there's ever been a trunk in here. By the way, while that was there, it reminds me just to mention to you guys, I've had the briefest of thinks about whether the symbols that are on the ivory die could mean something, but I haven't really sat down and thought too hard about it. It's something I'm sort of considering. Okay, well, is study important to me today? Is study important to me today? I don't know how to solve it, but it is a really good room. It is a really good room. It would mean dead ending this spot, but then I would just go back to like commissary and lab and draft from there. I think it's kind of nice to have the option. I am a bit in love. Hey, and it gives me a gem. I'm a bit in love with the power of this room at the moment. And obviously I still have to solve this. The problem is, I haven't figured out, I haven't really had the energy yet to sit down and figure out another way in which to think about this. Let me just have a moment here to try and think a little afresh about this. Maybe, look, I'm not going to go over everything I've explained at length many times before. The note says D8 is the safe code. Maybe it's not here, maybe it's like the other safe I haven't found yet, which would be insane to me, because this plainly relates to this D8. It makes so much sense, but how do I interpret that into numbers? I've tried every possible thing I can think of. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. You know this. I won't repeat all of this. What if I try to think a bit fresh about this? Date. I know dates relate to the safe code, so it's almost like not new information to me. Black Queen, I've always thought could relate to the Baroness, and this is the Baroness's room. I cannot look at the description for this room because it would mean bringing up my map, which I can't do right now. But we know that this was originally the Baroness's puzzle room. Like, am I missing something in this room? Why have pictures been taken out of all of the picture frames? I cannot seem to do anything with them. I don't know what to do. I mean, like one way of thinking about it is, of course, that it relates to the pictures. I don't know why, like the notes that are here, all of the notes in this room are to do with the picture puzzle that we solved way at the beginning of the game. Compare two pictures and you remove the common letters to reveal a letter. That, I can't see how that relates to the safe because I don't need a letter. I need numbers. And I have tried, I have tried to convert D into a number through various means. That hasn't worked. Let me look at these again. Could this relate to this puzzle? Craft raft, draft raft, smile mile, vial, viral. What if I literally look at the letters that are relevant here? So in fact, just so I can be as careful as possible, I'm going to turn to my notebook page on the study, so I can keep things in the same place. Whoops, just dropped my phone. It's all happening here, folks. Okay. So craft raft, C. Draft raft, D. Smile mile, S. This is going nowhere. Vial, viral, R. CDSR, nothing. Doesn't mean anything. Can't even make a word from it. Coat cat. O. Cold old. C. Sturdy study. Study is written in all caps though, which is a thing, I've learned to be suspicious of. Anyway, sturdy and study is R. And then face ace, F, beard bard, E. Those letters do nothing for me. CDSR, OCR, FC. Alright, look, I'm just having to try some random things. And also, one sec, I have to pick up my phone now. Alright. I got it. I don't know. I know that this is all in Herbert's handwriting. Both of these notes here are in Herbert's handwriting. Why is study in capitals? Well, the obvious answer is because this is the room. This is the study is the room we're in. That could it mean something else? Rebecca, could it mean something else? Could it somehow relate to D8? What if we forget about D8 and just go back to our safe code principles? If you count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Small gates, count small gates. Count small gates. Dates. Count small gates. Dates. Like, could date be involved in one of these word, picture comparison, letter finding puzzles? I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday, when I will die. When I will die. Or at least when I will pretend to die. When the pretense of my death will be put into motion. Can I turn the light on and off? This is, look, sometimes I'm driven to these. This is probably, if you use like a mouse, I'm sure all of this stuff is really easy, but it's really difficult on a controller. Can I look at this blueprint here? Is there anything down the side? Chairs are so important in this house. The matriarch, the patriarchs, the chairs they sit in. Oh, the chairs they sit in. More blueprints I can't get into. Oh, this is another one of those bookcases that has an arrow on it, same as what we've seen in the sort of the underground area, the basement. I don't know what to do with this. A compass related to a globe. I mean, it always stops in a different position, which just always makes me think, like, is there a certain position in, which is like the important position? But like, yeah, but then what? Then what? And they're in so many different rooms. I don't know. Is there something I haven't noticed about this room? I've done this so many times. I don't know what it could be. Face and ace. Glove love, sting sing. So let's do the same for this one. This one is G, sting sing, T, crowd crow, D, groan gown R, snack sack N, GTDRN. Nothing. Nothing that I can see. It's not even, you can't even make a word from it. I can't get around the back. Why would any of this be relevant? Why? And all of this is also in Herbert's handwriting. Is there something that is so obvious about this safe that I am not noting? I'm just so stuck with this one. However, that doesn't mean it's over. I may just need to have the right spark. I might just need to, have that important thought come to mind. A eureka moment. D8. D8. I've even tried 42 because I know that this relates to 8. It's like the super special 8. Oh, 42. $46. The 6, 7, and 9 though are not meant to be used. I don't know what to try. I don't know what to try. I've done all of these. All right. I think I just got nothing. I've had another look around, hoping that maybe something would come to mind. It hasn't. Let's go. Let's go. My shame. And there's a whole nother safe I haven't even found yet. Like, I have so many safe theories. Nook. Sorry, I'm double checking where I am in relation to my map. Boiler room. Now we need to go into break room. Is that here? Yep. Break room. How am I going for steps? I could just give up and buy these bananas. Yeah. Let's just give up and buy these bananas. I just like the satisfaction of having the coupon book, but look, this is good enough, right? Look at that. Hey. Huge. Oh, that's even better than I was thinking. Amazing. Amazing. Look at what bananas are doing for us today. What a superfood. Incredible. So good. So good. Okay, back into parlor. Parlor number 2. Observatory. Parlor number 1. Cool. And entrance hall. From here, both of these rooms go in the same direction. I guess I'm thinking we might have a better chance of drafting from lab, given how, because corner rooms could send me to the west, which is where I'd like to go. Maybe? Oh, courtyard is totally pointed in the wrong direction. I would only be able to go north straight ahead from here. And it would otherwise, the other door would just send me back into commissary, which I already have drafted above the entrance hall. Kennel, at least we would go in the same direction, but we wouldn't be wasting a spot. And again, passageway, it would only be wasting one of the exits of passageway. Given that I'm kind of generally interested in getting jackhammer if I can, it's just a small thing that would be nice. It would be an interesting bonus. Courtyard could possibly, like, green rooms tend to be really good for those kinds of items. However, I do have the shovel today, meaning if I do get stuck with keys, kennel could potentially get me out of a tricky spot. I'm going to do kennel, actually. I'm going to do kennel. Hey, doggies. Hi. How you going? Hey, do you know the study safe code? Yeah? Just bark it out. Bark it out if you know. $2 for yes, you know. Hey. Oh, so many. I can pat 2 dogs today. I don't know if I've been able to pat... Maybe once before I could pat 2 dogs. Thanks. Thanks, doggos. So many dig spots here. I might save them. Just in case I get jackhammer. All right. Oh, okay. This, with only 3 keys, dead ending this spot is the end of my drafting in, you know, from the bottom side of the house. This is the only place I have to go forward right now. I do have 3 keys, meaning I could open, I could end it down here, and I could go back up to foundation with my 91 steps, and I would be able to at least open all 3 of those doors. So there is that. And it would mean that I'd be able to check out indoor nursery and also get gems from the green rooms. And I haven't drafted any green rooms yet, right? So that would mean kind of, you know, getting a lot of gems. The problem of course is that indoor nursery, where I would need to keep coming back to get to get the gems, is in a separate part of the house to where I will be. But it could get me out of a jam, and it could even allow me to do more redraws if I, you know, find myself needing to do something like that. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting prospect. But I'm going to do spare green room. I'm going to keep going. I think I had so much issue recently. Oh, so good. Yes. Thank you, green room. I had so much issue recently with splitting the house into 2. I'm going to try and avoid it. Okay, just had to pause. So let us move up. We're heading north into rank 4, just to keep you informed. Well, if we do either of these, we're not going anywhere. Of course, locksmith is quite, you know, again, it would be exactly what I just said I was trying to avoid. Locksmith would be good just for the key access, though. But corridor is the thing that moves us forward. So I'm going to do that. I could be redrawing as well with the several ways I have for redrawing, but I don't really want to use them up just yet. Okay, so hall, I'm just marking on my map. Hallway, we're going north. And by the way, going north into rank 5 next, which is taking me very far away from the bottom corner, the bottom, you know, house corner in the west wing, which I wanted to be able to use my rook redraws on. So that's that. Both of my bottom corners that I tried to set myself up for today are becoming distant dreams. One of them is already impossible. Okay. Hallway and den are both good. Solarium is good in general, but again, I'm trying to avoid dead ending. I've just picked that, I suppose, as my tactic. I'm going to go den because it'll send me back to the west. To be honest, I do need to go east as well. I do also, because this is my only way forward at the moment. But I do have the option of, again, going back to foundation. So I'm going to do den here, which will send me back into the west wing and north. No trunk. I know it's just worth trying to have a slightly careful look to see if there's anything else. So let's try drafting here, and maybe it is worth trying to do a redraw here, because here I'm facing the west wing. I would really like to be able to get a north and a south option here. Just marking this down on my map. Den exits. Okay. All right. So I guess it makes the most sense to use my redraw die. I really don't want to lose all of these spaces. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces south here. So I really want, you know, from this orientation that we can see here, I want a room that goes left and right, which is north and south. I'm going to use a redraw. Not what I was after. Not what I was after. I'm just going to use another redraw die. Oh, great. Okay, both of these are here to save the day. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? This has a neutral gem cost because we get a gem in the room anyway. And West Wing Hall is West Wing Hall. Let's do West Wing Hall because we can only use West Wing Hall in the West Wing anyway. We can use drawing room in other places. Okay. Now, I would like to use there's 4 spaces south of here, like in front of me here. So I kind of need rooms that are going to keep taking me south, straight ahead, essentially. And of course. There's no huge benefit to any of these rooms anyway, really. Money from the office, sure. Maybe, I hate to use my gems at this stage, but maybe I just see how one redraw goes. Oh, it's how dare you? How dare you? Ballroom of all of the north facing, or, you know, like rooms with a straight ahead orientation, my God. There's no way around this, is it? And it even has a 2 gem cost, which is just so terrible. So terrible. I'm going to redraw one more time. One more. That's my limit. One more just to attempt to use these spaces. This is such a terror. Okay. All right. Courtyard it is. Courtyard it is. I don't know. Look, we get a gem. We've got watering can here for some more gems, so that's good. That's good. Again, you have no items for me. Could I possibly get jackhammer things in here? No, but keys is good. Keys is good, thank you. I appreciate that. Jackhammer might not work out today. I would really like it, but... here we are again. Okay. Alright, so... let me just mark what I've done down on my map here. Courtyard, and then here. If I put, let's say if I put something like wine cellar here, just to kind of get the gems back, maybe that's a good call. All I'm wasting is 2 more spaces ahead of me. It just means it's kind of something I need to let go of, I suppose. But it just means that on a day where I purposely tried to set myself up with the rook, the resilience of the rook, so that for the first time ever, I could try drafting, you know, redrawing in all 4 corners of the house. I do not have access to these bottom corners. It's just like, I don't know. It's just not ideal. That's all. But if I keep redrawing, I'm just gonna run out of gems. So I think, like, let's get wine cellar here. Haven't had it for a while. Still suspect it heavily as being a hidden safe room, but no idea what to do. No idea. I keep hoping something might come to me here. Not even a dig spot today. You know, this would be a great year to use. The date of these 2... Is it the date of these 2 houses coming together? God, I have to go way back in my notebook to find right. I think it's like 1213 from memory, isn't it? I'm trying, like, not to have to work this out again. Is it 1 2? I am in my early pages of notes here. to try and find where I've already written this down. Yeah, 1213. 1213. 1213. Could this even be the study safe code for some mad reason I don't understand? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's so... You might have seen me sometimes when I'm looking at this shield, not this particular one, but any similar shield, you know, that I've like clicked on this this berry in the holly occasionally because it's a different color. Because I've taken such note of this, it is slightly notable to me that this one, it is still a different color, but it's a slightly lighter color than it is in room 46 when you look at the shield that's behind. Is it our mother's marigold or is it our Jones shield? I'm not sure. It's a slightly different color though. What? You know, like I always expect this, like this could open up, or this wall here. I've said this so many times. I don't know. Maybe I need to bring the lighter in here and scorch something. My new tactic that, you know, applies to everything. Okay. All right. Well, there's that. There's that. We ain't going any further south there. Wine cellar goes there. We've got 6 keys and 7 gems. So I'm going to leave these alone just in case I do get the option for I was just thinking about this space. I'm all thinking about hidden safes and stuff in weird places again now. Yeah, if I manage to get jackhammer, it'd be really convenient to be able to use all of those spaces. Okay, so these are both good rooms exit-wise for this space. Obviously, chapel has the lesser cost. So let's do chapel here. I'm doing this probably a little bit more, like with a bit more of a pause than I normally do, because I have to like really double check on my handwritten map here. Cool. There you go. You enjoy that coin, chapel. Have fun. And I don't have a metal detector, so I'm sort of really trying to, you know, check manually everywhere. Okay, so that's south, that's north. Both this and the den lead to the same spot that is here. I might go north. We could potentially, you know, even meet up with Foundation. Okay, it is so. It is so, a key usage. Alright, well, gym would be good here. We have tons of steps. It'll take us in the right direction. It'll let us go, you know, continue going up the west wing as well as get into the space before the Foundation. Cool. Let's do that. Shall I keep going up? Yep, let's keep going up. Okay, so gym. My good friend Jim. Any shoes, any items? Security door for me. Basketballs looking the same. Another key. Alright, this is going to take us into the space beyond Foundation. You know what? I've been wanting to do this for a long while. Each time it's come up recently, it has absolutely just not been something I could draft. We're doing it now. This is my first time to be able to come into Rumpus Room without being able to talk to Alzara again. At least I think. Who knows? But that is why I'm in here. I'm in here to check this. Can I use the TV? This has always been a room I've thought, like, it's got so many interesting things in it. including money. You know, could there be something more to this room that I don't know how to use yet? Alzara, you and I are like, nothing even comes up. He looks sad. He looks sad. He looks sad that we can't interact anymore. It's like we're locked in different dimensions now. He's become genuinely, simply an automaton. Whereas before, he was my friend. He's my friend trapped inside an automaton. What if I just looked at him for a while and he came online? I would be thrilled. I would be so thrilled. Come on, go. Okay, well, look, it's what I expected. It's fully what I expected. But at least I've been able to see it. At least I've been able to understand that this is what's happening. Truly, truly, we appear to be lost to each other. And it sucks. So it's such an interesting room though. Like it really has, like look at this. Is this in any other room, this thing? I don't think so. All right. Does the fish sing for us? Is it a herring? It's not red, but it is in a room with a lot of red. Can we open this? Anything behind the cushions? A special coin that makes Alzara work again. Alzara, goodbye. I'm glad I was able to see you at least. Okay, so this one, Rumpus room. This one is now taking us into the northwest corner, and it requires a key, of course. But here at least is a corner. Here at least is a corner where I can use redraws, and yet I really want to do this. It's actually given me something I really want to do straight away. Okay, let me have a think. I do really want to do this, but it has come up quite a lot already. So I'm kind of feeling like the game is kind of going, here's your new room, here's your new upgraded room. Maybe it will offer it to me again. I might use the redraws because I'm kind of hoping I could get treasure trove. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Honestly, that's what I wanted. So that's what we'll do. Beautiful. I'm happy with that choice. If I can get treasure trove every day, I'm very happy. Cool. All right, so this is 9. Treasure trove 9, and it is blue moon. Good thing we've got keys, but I now don't have enough keys to open all of the doors from the foundation at the moment. So we'll see how we go. Pink boxes marked with moon always contain false statements. Okay, green memo. Let me see if we can figure you out. Pink boxes with moon always false statements. What do I already have? I know that moons are not always true or always false, in general. Interestingly, I haven't had a single pink box in the treasure trove so far, so I don't have any boxes here to confirm, to give me information on that. I do have our 6th treasure trove statement said it was a black box with a moon. It said boxes marked with moons always contain false statements, but that is a lie, I'm fairly sure, because in the reservoir we have a mix of true and false statements with moons on them. So I don't think that applies. We do have, yeah, 2 other moon statements even in the treasure trove that are both true and lie, but they're not pink boxes. So let me take a look back at the reservoir. Do I have any pink, assuming they relate to each other, do I have any that are pink with a moon? I have pink with sun, pink with sun, pink with sun, pink with sun. God, does every pink actually have a sun? No, pink with moon. I have a pink with moon in the reservoir. I feel like I'm finding a reservation for somebody at a restaurant. I have a pink with moon at the back of the reservoir, and it leads to a lie statement. Well, it doesn't deny. It does not deny the statement. There is another pink box with a moon, and it is also a lie. So in the reservoir there are 2 pink boxes with moon, and they are both lies. And that's it. There are other pink boxes, there are other chests with moon, but there is the 2, I'm just double checking, they are both lies. Okay, interesting. Well, this one, it could still be true, it could still be a lie. Alright, I'm just marking that down. Two pink boxes are lies. Okay, so we can't confirm this, but it's looking like it could possibly be true, this one. Okay, money. What's this gonna come to? This is quite a lot. Oh, that's a good amount. So the other exciting thing about having opened up the 8 inner sanctum doors and now having 8 trophies is that if I were to get, well, actually I don't know how much money I need, but if I were to get the gift shop, I now have the option to buy the blue tents. I have no idea what that means, and I don't know what it will cost, but I'm excited to get gift shop again just to see. And 83 coins isn't terrible. It could possibly do it, right? So treasure trove here, and now we're going into the space north of the foundation, looking at the antechamber. Great. Okay, our dining room is absolutely perfect here. Absolutely perfect. That gets me everywhere I want to go. Yay! And we get to eat straight away. I already have a really good amount of steps, so this is fantastic. But this needs... We could wait until potentially getting aquarium to get the 10 additional steps. And it's worth thinking about because, of course, if I can, as many steps as I can acquire, and unfortunately, like, I'm constantly using steps as I gain them, that's the problem. Like, we've got a good amount, but if I can, in total, acquire 100 steps... Oh, hang on. Actually, I'm going to get twice as much from this because of the silver spoon, right? Hang on. So as it is, I would actually get 40 steps from this, right? The spoon is going to go right into that fish. It does mean if I were to get the aquarium, I could potentially get 60 steps. So 40 or 60. 40 now or 60 maybe. That would be 40 now. I'm looking at how many spaces are still up for grabs in the mansion, and it's a pretty substantial chunk in the kind of central and north east, central to east side. Like, it's still quite a lot. Of course, there will be other ways to gain steps, but maybe it's worth waiting. Yeah, because if I can get 100 steps that I don't need to use, then I can get the full 10 stars from all of these experiments. Maybe it's just worth a little wait. Maybe it's worth a little wait. Maybe it's worth a little wait. Look, it's close to it's close to one. This is so painful. It's close to 1:30. Like I think it would be the second 1:30. The north lever, the north, room there in the antechamber is open, but I can't get into the antechamber yet. I don't have levers. Okay, this is great that this is already open because that was a locked door. So, let me mark down dining room. Great. Yeah, I guess let's draft south. Let's draft south, and we've got to remember that we haven't brought this up yet, which is I don't know, possibly a problem. It's a bit. This is going to take me down to just one key. Let's do it. All right, so key acquisition. What was I just saying? Key acquisition is a major goal. Okay, brilliant. If I put coat check here, that's fine. I've got other exits I can move around. Coat check. Brilliant. Brilliant. I can even check this out now. God, that timing couldn't have been better. I can retrieve this. Fantastic, thank you. I've got the master key again. I can retrieve this. Does it open this? No. What about that thing there in the floor? Awesome. That is so good. That is so good. If only it could open the antechamber for me. Great. Well, that's a huge problem solver. Special key, master key, please. Yay. I mean, that's absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect. I'm writing it down. I haven't even picked it in the game yet. I've already written it down on the map. Gift shop. And it does also give me the south entrance to the antechamber as well. I don't get that one very often. Perfect. Oh my god, at the very least, I can find out what this costs. Oh. Not in my wildest dreams did I think this would be that expensive. Oh, but I can find out what it does now. That is so much cooler than I thought. All right, my best guess for what this even did is that it might give me more steps in the day because I have a more comfortable sleep or something like that. Each blue room drafted on the 8th rank, which is like most rooms, just most available rooms, will contain a hidden blue memo, meaning most likely a true memo, dependent on whether they come in, the chests, the coloured trunks, and whether there's any other. Oh my god. Would have been great to have my pig for this. that would have just about gotten me there. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about wasting that pig, but I had to make a call. I had to make a call on that day. I was trying to do something very hard. Tents fit for a prince. Tents only tents exclusively available for a prince at that cost. My god. Wow, and I thought buying out the showroom and the trophy was going to be hard. This is a whole nother level. Wow. Well, that puts a Swimbird plushie in perspective. But what a very, very interesting new thing. I want it so much. Okay. because I've got two extremely good reasons to be thinking about how to acquire money now. I'm going to actually make this a new goal. I'm writing it down in things to figure out offline. Like, come up with some money strategies. Money strategies. And I need 400 for the tents. Blue tents. I'm even now thinking, like, is that a pun on something? Blueprints, blue tents, blue tents, blue tents, tense, tension, blue intent. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Okay, well, that's what I wanted. Hey, oh, I thought that was like more blue than normal. I guess not. I guess it's just a little bit more shaded. All right, cool. All right, great. Important knowledge, most likely can't buy it today. Even with treasure trove. Alright. Special key. So excellent. Okay, so in this spot, again, I'm being given indoor nursery and I really, really want it. But this spot would be so good for drawing room. It would make it so much easier to draft because I've got a lot of space around me here on the east side. So I'm going to do this. And drawing room here will also give me the ability to draft something here that could get me onto the other side of the antechamber. So I'm going to do that. We're well past 1:30, so I don't think Sacred Hour in room 46 is a possibility today at all. It was probably not going to be. I've, taken my time with things, trying to figure out the study again, etc. It's okay. It's just, it's not a day I was planning on rushing. Cool. Hang on. Drawing room with exits here and here, north and south. So let's try and go north and let's see if we can get... I don't have any die redraws. Oh, master key. Master key is a lifesaver. Oh, but this room has redraws. Mwah, chef kiss. I sometimes forget that about drawing room. How wonderful. Because boudoir would be good, but just in case, because if I get Great Hall today, I can get into all of the doors instantly, and open the lever on this side of the antechamber. So let's redraw in the hope that we okay. This right here is a very dangerous room for my current... It has exactly the exit... Well, it has a workable exit situation for what I want here. And neither of the others do. I have redraw possibilities. But if I were to take this is a dangerous room for me at the moment because... particularly of having the master key. It would be devastating to lose the master key to this room. I could draft this but not enter it and make sure that before I enter it, if that even comes up, if I even am able to get into the antechamber on this side, I put the master key back in the cloakroom first to protect the master key. However, it does mean all my other items, especially like key card. It would be devastating to lose key card to this room. And I wouldn't be very happy about losing shovel or sledgehammer either. However, maybe it's workable. I could redraw. I just don't have a really good gem situation. The other thing is I'm actually really interested to keep trying Lost and Found. That's the other problem. Like, I still feel like this room has things to deliver for me. It doesn't say 2 special items. It says 2 rare items. I keep thinking there are more rare items that could come up in this room. I'm going to do it. I'm going to step away. Okay. So we can see the spray. We can see the plane. We can see Myla. We can see the photo of our mum. And that very well could be a gem. I think it's the lucky rabbit's foot. It's really hard to see, but it's got a little bit of a gold thing on the end of it. I reckon it's the lucky rabbit's foot. Okay, cool. So I'm going to walk away from that. We might never need to go in there. Let's continue to use our our master key with abandon. Lost and found goes there. Here we're now going south into rank 7. I might redraw again. It would just be really, really nice to get a room with more exits, because again, I have a lot of space around me. And if nothing else, I would probably prefer to go like to the left from here essentially rather than the right. So let's redraw. Oh, ballroom. Don't you come to me. All right. In that case, I'm going to put bedroom here. Yep, I'm going to go with bedroom. It takes me in the direction I want. Bed. And we head over to the east wing from here. Okay. No gem, no trunk, no nothing, but it's okay. You've been a very exciting room. Man, I've said this many times. I just really want more information on this woman. There's so little that I've come across so far. Okay, pool is perfect. Pool is perfect. Because I wanted to be able to go north and south from here. That's very nice, thank you. Pool. North and south. Awesome. Okay, 2 trunks. Gem, key. With 87, here's just a little bit of thinking. With 87 coins right now, if I could get the vault, today could be the day, and I have gift shop waiting for me. Today could be the day I buy Swimbird plush. So that would also be a really nice little aim to use our money today. There's no way I'm going to be able to get 400 or even buy out the showroom. It's just, whoa. Holy shit. I can fall down into the pool. Can I do it from the highest height? Whoa! Hang on, how far can I jump? I mean, I can't jump, but how far can I, like, push myself? If I go here, can I make it to the first step? Whoa! Not quite. Wow! It's I love discovering new little Simon physics. Amazing. Okay, so we're heading... There's 2 spots ahead of me right now going into the east corner. It would be really nice to make it to the east corner so that I can make use of that resilience of the rook power. Well, with more gems, darkroom would be terrible, right? Because I would be able to make it to the corner room, the northeast corner room, and I assume, be able to use my 4 resilience of the rook redraws, but they would all be dark. That would be bizarre. That would be bizarre. We've got more gems. I'm going to use a gem. Alright. Not any better. I need something that takes me north. So I'm going to redraw again. I really do want to have a look again at master bedroom. Workshop would be... there's so many reasons why master bedroom would be really good. One is I want to take a look at that book and see if the handwriting is different, see if it's not Clara's handwriting anymore. Also, all of the steps that we get from this room would be great today. Great today. Another small thing is I'm interested to take the master key into the master bedroom just in case. Just in case. Oh man, I really want to try it. However, workshop would be perfect because A, I would get workshop, which I've been wanting to make contraptions if you know, I get the ability, and it would also take me to the corner where I can redraft. Maybe I can even get workshop here. I've been waiting for master bedroom to come up for so long. I'm really torn about this one. I could even get workshop and try to use my redraws to get master bedroom. But I mean, it hasn't come up much, so... I'm gonna do this. Hopefully, you know, I'm gonna keep... Oh! Huh. I don't think metal detector has been here before. It's just interesting to see it on the bench like that. I'm going to do the workshop. I've done the workshop, in fact. I've done the workshop. T is our next letter. Yeah, I don't know. I just making a choice. Just making a choice. Okay. Is there anything here I can do that's useful? I know that I have found all of the contraptions, but sometimes if I've got an interesting new item, I'm kind of like, what if there are secret contraptions? What if I can power up my salt shaker? I can put these together, and I think it doesn't ruin my shovel, but it would stop me from getting jackhammer. It just makes from memory, it just makes keys and coins more common. But I actually ideally would like jackhammer to make redraw die and gems more common. So, yeah. Compass, yeah, again, it does the same thing. It uses up my shovel. So, okay. Cool. Let's try here. All right, just before the big reveal, I had to pause there, and it was enough time for me to actually think of another reason why master bedroom would be really good, which is because it would give me the opportunity to call it a day in master bedroom, which seems to be, you know, the best room to call it a day in to get more steps the next day, I think. And it would be great to confirm that. Okay, so here we get some redraws. Walk-in closet is already a pretty good thing to have here, but I would like to try and get master bedroom if I can. Trophy room would be great for the gems. But I do get it quite a lot at the moment. I could also see my new trophy. And bunk room would be good because as an alternative to master bedroom, it would also be decent for steps. The problem with the way I'm doing the map today is I'm just writing all of this in red pen, and I'm just writing. It's hard for me to see how many hallways I have. I have West Wing Hall. I have hallway. Is that it? That might actually be it. So maybe I could actually get the double the keys thing. However, I don't need them. So that would just be interesting. Certainly I could get a good amount of steps from bunk room. So there's that. The other thing is that I am specifically interested in drafting bunk room to be able to call it a day in bunk room and then try to get, hope that I can get tomb the next day. So there's that. However, I think I'm gonna keep trying to see if master bedroom pops up again, because I do have the impression that you need to draft upwards to get master bedroom, which the note in what is it? The note in conservatory that told, it never mentioned that as a condition, but it seems effectively to be the condition, right? Like, we know master bedroom needs to be drafted in the east wing. It just has always been oriented this way. I don't think I've ever seen it another way. So there's that. This one keeps coming up. Yes, I want it. Yes, I want it. I'm going to try 2 more times to see if I can get master bedroom or something else. Just as I was saying it. I mean, this could be my chance. This could be my chance to get Swimbird. All the pieces would come together, right? I could get Vault in any other space, so there's that as well. You know what? Look, we can try for master bedroom on another day. Today's the day I know I can make use of this. I'm going to do it. All right. Check it out. Metal detector's popping off. Okay. 127. It's nowhere near what I need for the other big purchases. But it'll get me some. It'll get me something really good. Sometimes I just like to look at these just to remember. Just to remember the good times. Okay, cool. Well, that's something. I feel Jackhammer is not a great prospect for today. Let me mark this on the map. Vault. Bedroom. Here we go. Bedroom. Drawing room. Gift shop. Finally. At least this means I get to use the amount of money I have today, and this is done. Unlocked, and ironically, it becomes a permanent addition to master bedroom, which I don't think I can get now, unless I'm wrong. Unless it can be drafted southwards, maybe it's a possibility. I've got 2 more spaces in the east wing I can draft from, but I'm coming from the north, so cool, excellent. Finally, Swimbird, giant Swimbird plushie. Well, if anything, that makes getting master bedroom the next time even more exciting, because that's a 5th reason to get master bedroom again. That's a 5th reason. That's really good. Well, patio, of all of these, I think patio makes the most sense because it's a gem spreader. That sounds terrible, but patio. Okay, and then we head inwards, westward. Okay, watering can, a gem, so that's good. Yeah, I kind of feel like the whole Jackhammer prospect is... Oh, wow. Huh. Well, also the dog's just unlocked this door. Have I ever received silver key? Hang on, am I on a rich spot here? 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, East wing on rank 6. I've never learned this off by heart. I have to check my soil map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, rank 6 on the east wing is a poor soil spot. Poor, and I just received the silver key. And a coin. Okay, interesting. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Okay, so we're drafting this way. Oh. I said this way, as if you know what I mean. Unless you remember. I'm drafting westward from here. Ah. Hallway would be great. Actually, hallway is in the middle of my remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. And so it would give us really good access. It would give us really good access. Do I have any reason to use secret passage in particular? green. Well, no, let's do hallway. Let's do hallway. And it's got a trunk. I like trunks a lot. I mean, one thing I'm playing around with is the idea that if I get a treasure map, trying different rooms with the treasure map, and in particular I want to try a cloister with the treasure map, but, it's a, if it happens, it happens sort of thing. Okay, so, I've forgotten, this is just hallway. Hallway? Is that what it's called? God, I'm lost without being able to look at my map. I can look at my map now, like 90 steps. You know what? Shall we do it? No, let's not do it. Let's just continue with the challenge for no real reason. I could definitely look at the map a few times. I don't need all of these steps. But I kind of just want to keep doing this as a personal challenge. Let's just keep going. Okay. I like the idea of, so I'm drawing onto rank 5. From the north, I'm drafting southwards into rank 5, and there are spaces in front of me and to the left and the right of this space, of the space in front of us. So for that reason, yeah, if I do any of these, I am missing out on the possibility of that last little space in the east wing, but maybe that's fine. Maybe we just have to go with that. Given that, classroom would give me some redraw possibilities, even though I have to use a gem. I've still got my berry possibilities, but I'm actually running out of a need for them. Let's do classroom. I'm kind of just interested in seeing what I can get, from redraws. Especially as I get into these last spaces. Nice. And I think prioritizing steps at this end of the day. So classroom, that space is gone. You know what, I'm just going to say right now, for a day where I have not looked at the map once, I have almost filled up the entire map. We'll see how we go. I think I can almost guarantee it, actually, because I have 4 spaces left, and into 3 of them I have doors. So that's pretty cool. That's fine. You know what? Is it interesting to use the silver key here? What could it do for me? Just give me more exits. What would I want? Great Hall? Just for fun? Yeah, literally just for fun. Weight room, however, no, devastating room for today. It's totally counter to my goals today. I mean, it would get me in. Here's the problem. It would get me a lever. I do have access to the south part of the antechamber. I would be able to get into antechamber for this, but it would devastate my other main goal, which is getting a large number of steps. So I'm sorry, absolutely not. Great Hall goes here, and ultimately it's going to function as a corner room, but we can at least open everything here. And of course this is going to give me a lever as well. The problem is the lever this one is going to give me I would have to go into the Lost and Found to access room 46. I don't know if I'm expecting anything to happen, but I did think nothing happened yesterday in there. Maybe if you go in there the day following, or at some point after opening all of the inner sanctum doors, maybe something happens then. I don't really think so, but it's just something oh, nice. Why not? It's just something I'm curious to try. Okay, so one of these will get us north. Oh, that silver key was really useful, actually. Sweet, that's the door. So this must be the lever. The lever plus. The lever plus some coins. Cool. I haven't even used Trading Post yet, but I don't think there's been a good occasion for it. I don't know. I mean, it could have got me more redraw die or something like that, but I really like the selection of items that I have. Okay. So I only have 3 spaces in front of me. 2 straight in front of me, and then 1, you know, in front of me and to the left, which is to the west. So it's just getting to the point where I'm kind of like just playing around with my redraw possibilities to see if I can get something interesting. The problem is the one space I can't access with another exit is 2 in front of me. So if I were to do trophy room and get the lovely, lovely amount of gems, then I can't access that 3rd space. If I were to do passageway, I'll be able to access both of those spaces. However, I'm only going to have 2 gems. So it's kind of just picking, do I want to use 2 spaces? Do I want to use 2 spaces for drafting? Or do I want to have lots of redraws on 1 space? I think I'm going to go this. I think I'm just going to try having fun. Hang on, have I stepped in there? Have I actually, this is totally just me. I did open that lever. Okay, I just forgot. I could even like remember the music, but I was just not sure I had actually done it. Hey, look at that. I'm so proud of this one. I'm so proud of this one. I'm so proud of all of them. Excellent. Oh my god. Yes. I love that the A is a red here. Is it the only one that has color in the description? It is so far. It is so far the only one that has color in the description. A red A. Okay. Don't know if that's meaningful, but it is noticed. It is noticed. I feel like, speaking of noticing, I feel like I haven't noticed this spear before. Alright. Lots of gems. So that's as much redrawing as I can do in one room anyway. Let's just see what we can get. With our master key. Okay. I guess the master key would open all of the lockers, right? But I've already done that. I've already done that. The benefit would be that there would probably be a bunch of fruit in there. So I could get my steps up. In the end, we're talking about getting an extra 1 or 2 stars. I mean, it is my goal for today. But I don't know. I think I just want to try for something else. None of these. None of these. I'm just curious to see what might come up. Clock tower would mean we start with keys tomorrow. You know, that's nice. It's nice, but it's not really exciting. Mechanarium, I've had my fun with you. I don't think I need that. I think drafting studio I'm sort of done with. Maybe, unless that bloody small safe in there in that room has some kind of hint for me. I don't know. I can't keep keep basing my life on study. I just can't do it. I don't know. Let's just make use of these gems and see. Freezer is something though. Okay, this might not be exciting, but both of these rooms offer interesting ways to finish the day. Freezer is actually quite a good but a risky tool for money acquisition. So I could hold on to these 45 coins and add them to whatever pool I'm able to make up tomorrow, and maybe I could even kind of keep trying for freezer to build up my money every day. This is actually quite a, as I said, it's a powerful but a risky banking tool, basically. Dormitory, of course, could be good just for boosting my steps, to get a couple more stars out of the day. But I think now I've learned more about money. I think I'm going to go freezer. It might not be the most interesting way to end the drafting day. But it's something. Yeah. There we go. It's frozen. Now, without any way of thawing it, and I don't even have like burning glass or anything like that, I don't think there's any reason to step in there. I can't get any of the gems or anything like that, and my accounts are frozen anyway. So I think that's good. I think that is setting us up for tomorrow, and potentially setting us up for actually acquiring money through several freezers. All right, now what I could do is end here with the 90 steps and get like a good 9 stars out of this. However, if I from here go, I'm just looking at my map, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In 9 steps, I could get myself to room 46. However, if I want to retain Master Key, which I sure as hell do, then it would actually be an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think, and then I would lose whatever I lose in Lost and Found. That's fine. Yeah, and then the only question for me is, where do I want to try finishing my day? We're quite far away from billiard room. Yeah. If I went back to kitchen, there's only like the soup waiting for me. Dining room is still waiting for me actually, so I can get those. Yeah, I think that's the best combo of things to do. All right, I'm gonna head back. Dining room is fairly close to where we need to go back. Like it's from foundation. Yeah. All right. So, Great Hall to classroom. To just checking there's nothing on the desks. To hallway. Then to here. To here. There's also loads of dig spots I haven't used, but I don't think that we're on the way to them. And then to didn't end up getting to do jackhammer. Oh, I'm still glad I tried, because I really want to do that a little bit more if I can. This is even on my list as a room to try ending my day in, like to sit myself in the chair and see if anything happens. I don't think it will. It's just there's wild stuff I want to try. Okay, through the gift shop. Hurrah. To foundation. Let's pop in here. We didn't get aquarium, but we can eat our fish. This will get us, hopefully. Yeah, good. I was like, I didn't see the spoon. Good. So that's a very, very good amount of steps for today. Very, very good. Now we head into cloakroom, and I do not need the master key anymore, so we can put it to bed. Ding! everything. Absolutely perfect. Master key, please. Oh, excuse me. Master key, please. So good. So good. This has worked out really well. Really well. And then from here, still with a good 22 steps to sort of play around with. Only these two. This one isn't even out yet. God, that's going to be exciting. 400. I'm just going to look at that again. 400. And then from drawing room. Okay, so I now have. It's fine. I can lose anything. It's mask, silver spoon, keycard, shovel, sledgehammer, salt shaker. Unless I've missed something. Salt shaker. Oh, that's actually the most charitable thing to lose. Cool. We've seen all of this. We've seen all of this. You know, might as well pick them up in case I decide to come back through again, because it depends on where I want to call it a day. So those are 2 extra items to lose anyway. It doesn't matter. In fact, so is this. Missed out on the chance to stand on it. Cool. Into room 46, and I'm expecting nothing. But I have the crown. I don't know. Look, maybe, you know, like, I'm sure people have totally different opinions on what the most useful items are, and people have more knowledge than I do anyway. I can imagine the crown being thought of as a better thing to keep in the cloakroom, but again, I can mostly get the crown on most days. It's really hard for me to get the master key. Really hard for me to get the master key. See? I was right. There was something I knew it was totally wrong. I knew that thing there was totally wrong. Something was going. There was a magical mountain there yesterday that was very weird and very disturbing. It's not there today. What on earth? What on earth? I just kind of feel like I expect them to light up. At first I thought I would press them. That might still be the case, but I clearly don't know how. However, here is one last thing for me to try. I do now have the answer to the 8 realms in 8 months thing, and it's also in this room. So could it be this? Could it be that we press, even though nothing happens, Arinda Aries, Eraja. Slowly. Down a little bit. Arch Aries. Morajai. Whoop, too far. Vera. Kararika. Nuance. Nuance. And good old evil Fenaries. Nope. Nope. Alright, well, I tried. See this holly? It's all the same color. Here, that is dark. It's darker. It's a darker shade than the one even in you know, in the wine cellar. And I still don't know what to make of this symbol, you know? I assume it's Daniel, like her father's family. And it's obviously musical, but like, what else is it? It's almost, you could think of this top bit as like a knight's helmet, maybe? A musical knight? Do they have a musical knight history? Here as well, also dark. Also a darker berry. here, not a darker berry. Might not mean anything. Might not mean anything. Okay. Alright. I don't know. What if I do the base of these two columns? It's something I've learned. No. Alright, I don't know. So, let's look at our map. This is what we did today. Pretty amazing for not being able to look at the map or this screen or anything once. That's my second trigger. Did I look at the map somehow when I opened that security door? Not security door, but like the combination lock, you know, in the underground. Why did I get a star then? Getting all these stars now. You know, like, I don't know, maybe there's something else for me to do today, but I don't know it. I don't know it. So, with that in mind, while we've got the map up now, where would I like to try and finish today? I've already tried treasure trove, I think. I've already tried bedroom, and I don't have any other bedrooms. I didn't end up getting master bedroom, but I'm happy with it because we have swim bird now. Amazing. And now I'm really excited about getting master bedroom. Yeah, drawing room is sort of the next thing, I don't know, that I can kind of think of. I could use my steps to go down to break room. I would have to go from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that would use another one, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I would have used 24 steps, I think, to make it down here. I just think we don't bother. I just think we don't bother. However, it's only going to use, you know, a few steps anyway. Shovel, goodbye, to come here and end it here. Alright, so let's get whatever stars we can. That's very nice. Very nice to power up stars today. Oh, that's my 10. That's my 10. Okay, so well, oh God, I'm just a couple of steps away from being able to make it back to break room anyway. You know what? Whatever. I'm actually just going to forego the easy key card for tomorrow. We might be able to get it from break room anyway. Let's try calling it a day here. Let's just make it experimental. Calling 71 a day. Thank you. This was great. This was great. This was great. I didn't actually manage to draft my new upgraded room. The perplexing shopping center of unfathomable riches. Wow. Because we got vault, treasure trove, and trophy room, 5 shop rooms, and 3 puzzle rooms. Absolutely amazing. Yep, this was great. This was great. I managed to power up my stars on a day where I didn't have the option for crates. Like, we've been otherwise pretty lucky, so I feel like there's a good chance we'll get crates again tomorrow. But it's nice to have way more stars again. That's good. And that'll only help us in all of our future days. We bought Swimbird plushie from the gift shop, finally, in a series of events that were all very, very convenient together. We got treasure trove again. This was good. This was a good day. And I've managed to, again, use Master Key and get it back into coat check. Fabulous. This was a lot of, and it was just an interesting personal challenge. I'm actually quite proud that I did this without, I'm actually going to have to check the footage about what happened in the underground, but maybe I made a mistake there without realizing. But maybe I did this without a mistake. I'm actually not sure. I'll double check. I might have done this without a mistake. Otherwise, if I made one mistake, that's still pretty good, because I thought that I could ruin this completely just all in a series of goes at the very beginning. I'm very proud of my effort. This was a fun personal challenge. And yeah, we got a whole bunch of stars out of it. And also I'm going to be starting tomorrow with a big bunch of money. Maybe it could be the start of us genuinely building up some riches for tents, which would be incredible. And I really want it because I want more notes. Or again, now the thing I know I need to do with showroom. Cruel showroom. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.